this is Frank and welcome back to Travel Tips. Today I'm going to be speaking about Saudi Arabia, a country that I've been to 3 times, and more specifically the one city that I've been to. Now the money that they use there is the rial, and you're getting about 3.6 to the dollar, about 4.5 to the pound. When you arrive, and especially for me arriving at immigration there, was quite an interesting story because there was about 13 counters open. All of the locals seemed to go to all of the different counters. All of the non-locals were in one line, and this line just moved so slowly. Pretty soon all of the other counters were open and they were sitting playing on their phones, talking to each other, so I thought, I've been waiting here an hour, I'm going to go and speak to them. I went over there, they said to me, get back in line over there. I went back in line, and one of the others said to me, listen, you're in a different country now, you just got to wait. It took about 2 hours to get through, so it wasn't the most welcome thing to happen over there. Taxis, normally a flat rate of 70 going into the city over there, tipping 10 to 15%. You've got to remember, it is a Muslim culture, and probably the strictest. I've spoken in so many Muslim countries around the world, but this is probably the real strictest over there. If you're going there, you only go with your wife, you don't go with a girlfriend, and most of the places, the men and the women will be out there shopping separately, or there'll be a man and his 3 or 4 wives going out shopping. They even have different shopping centers for men and women. I went into one shopping center, it was pretty hot. I wanted to get an ice cream at McDonald's, and I stood at the counter there, and the guy just ignored me. I started calling him, just ignored me, and I realized I was standing on the woman's side, just walked around to the other side. Guy came over to me smiling, and I bought my ice cream. Got to remember over there, food is fantastic. I got taken to some amazing restaurants, but what really was surprising is there was no woman in the restaurants, only men. All of the waiters were men, the cooks were men, but I've got to tell you, the food was fantastic, and they make a sort of bread over a tin that is just out of this world. Also remember, it's halal, so you're not going to get any pig over there, but you get fantastic, all of the food was really, really amazing. Hotels, very modern, very reasonable. I've stayed in some good Western hotels, but also remember, if they have a swimming pool, they'll have certain days and times for men and different times for the women. Exactly the same for the gym, jacuzzi, and those kind of things. With the water, I always bought bottled water over there just to be on the safe side. There's a few countries where I'll drink the tap water, but most countries I would get the bottled water. Now there's a lot to do over there. I would say take the hop-on, hop-off bus tour, which is always a must, and you've got to do the desert tour. Yeah, you are in one of the most famous countries in the world. Go out into the desert and just experience that desert lifestyle on the camels, the food, the whole experience is brilliant. Go to Kingdom Center, which is absolutely massive, the tower over there. And the other thing, go to the National Museum, the Al Mazmak Fortress. I want to tell you, when I went to the National Museum, it was amazing. I've to some beautiful photographs because this is some of the most ancient history that you will find. Now going back again to Saudi, it's not easy to get in there and just go as a tourist. You need a letter of invitation, you need visas. It's pretty difficult to even get into the country to go and see it. I was working over there, so you've also got to remember Fridays is their religious holiday, and their working week basically is Saturday to Wednesday. Thursdays and Fridays are off, which makes it a little bit difficult if you're working in a Western country and you're working with the Saudis, because you're working Monday to Friday. For them, Thursday and Friday is off, but Saturday and Sunday is a normal working day, so they might be phoning you on Sunday to do some business with you. With a handshake, wait for them to shake, and also never shake any ladies' hands. The pace is slow, it's quite frustrating. I work in many, many Arab countries, and the thing that drives me crazy is they don't come back to you, they don't email you, and then all of a sudden you'll get a phone call saying, okay, the conference is on next week, we'll send you your tickets. No, I've got other bookings next week, I've got things on. So it's a crazy way of doing business. And also, as a speaker, it's quite frustrating because you will be interrupted. I'll be speaking at a conference, they'll be taking phone calls, they'll walk in and out. Even in meetings, you could be right in the middle of negotiations and they'll take a phone call. And again, it's just in their culture. You've got to realize that and not really get upset with anything like that. Respect their religion, always respect their religion. Dress well. You'll notice when you go over there, they dress beautifully, the men and the women. The men have their formal dress with their cufflinks. They always look fantastic, so always dress well over there. And again, don't show your arms or your legs. With safety, probably one of the safest countries I've been to in the world, because again, if you go and steal, you'll probably get your hands cut off. I had quite an interesting experience because they have prayers 5 times a day, so you'll hear them being called for prayer. And I was in a busy sort of center, lots of little shops outside, and everybody just leaves their shops and go to the mosque. I was like, if this was anywhere else, people would be in there stealing everything. No, nobody's going to go in there and steal anything. It's a really, really safe place to go. Again, remember, like a lot of other countries, the left hand is the toilet hand, the right hand is what you eat with. So never touch anybody with your left hand, never pass them anything, like you'd go in and you pass somebody a bread roll or something. Well, you wouldn't do that anyway, but never do that with your left hand over there. It's dry, there is no alcohol, so expect no alcohol to be over there, and don't do any sort of public affection. Now, it's a wonderful, wonderful place to go, very, very different. I love the ancient culture over there, but please respect their culture, respect their religion, and you will have a great, great time in Saudi Arabia.